Now see question number 4. Okay, and question number 4 is factorize. Okay, in this question number 4, all the polynomials which we have to factorize are quadratic polynomial. Okay, quadratic polynomial means the degree of the polynomial, means highest power of the variable is 2 in all the polynomials. Okay, see the first bit, we have to factorize, and we can factorize it by using the factor theorem also, and by using the splitting the middle term. Okay, choice is yours. See, as in the question nothing is given, means nothing is being asked that to factorize using factor theorem only, or factorize using splitting the middle term. So we will choose to factorize using the splitting in the middle term. Okay, because factorization using factor theorem takes a lot, and the procedure is very long. Okay, because we have to check at number of factors, means putting x equals to this factor and that factor, means many more factors you have to put in place of x, and you have to get the value of polynomial 0. Okay, and that number will only give the factor at which polynomial is becoming 0. So better to solve this question using splitting the middle term. Okay, see, polynomial is, in the first bit, polynomial is 12x square minus 7x plus 1. Okay, this polynomial is in standard form, means first term is 12x square, highest power is in the first term, then second term is minus 7x. Okay, power of the variable is 1 plus 1, this is the constant term, or you can say last term. Okay, because here there is no variable, power of variable is 0. So this is in the standard form. Okay, name this as this polynomial as px, because this is a polynomial in variable x. So px is equals to 12x square minus 7x plus 1. What we have to do? We have to solve using the splitting the middle term. So middle term is what? Minus 7x. We have to split the middle term, okay, in such a way that product of coefficient of first term and last term, product of coefficient of first term is 12 and last term is 1. Okay, so product of coefficient of first term and last term is 12. Okay, so we will find such a factors of 12 whose sum and difference is equals to minus 7. So let us see how we'll do. See, 12 into 1, constant term is 1, so 12 into 1 is 12. Now we will see, we'll look for all the factors of 12, all the possible factors of 12. Okay, see, minus 3 into minus 4 will give you plus 12, and plus 3 into plus 4 will also give you plus 12. Now other factors are minus 2 into minus 6 is also 12, 2 into 6 is also 12, minus 1 into minus 12 is also a 12 or plus 12, and plus 1 into plus 12 is also a 12. Okay, so these are the possible factors, like minus 1 plus 1, minus 12 plus 12, minus 2 plus 2, minus 6 plus 6. These all are the possible factors of plus 12. Now we, after finding the factor of 12, we have to pick, or we have to choose such a factor of 12 whose sum or difference should be equal to minus 7. So here you see minus 1 plus minus 12 is minus 11, or minus 1 minus 12 is minus 13. Not possible. 1 minus 12 is minus 11, and 12 minus 1 is plus 11. Not possible. Not, it is not equals to minus 7. Now here you see 2 plus 6 is 8, and 6 minus 2 is what? 4, and 6 minus 2 is 4, and 2 minus 6 is minus 4. This is also not equals to minus 7. And here also, if you check, their sum or difference is not equals to minus 7. If this also you check, 3 plus 7 is 3 plus 4 is plus 7, and 4 minus 3 is 1, and minus 3 plus 4 is minus 1. So this is also not a factor which will give you minus 7. So here you see minus 3 plus minus 4. Okay, minus 3 plus minus 4 means minus 3 and minus 4 will give you minus 7. Okay, so you'll pick this factor. Minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7. So we have to pick this factor. Now to split the middle term, which two factors we will take? Minus 4 and minus 3, as the term is minus 7x. Okay, so you will split it as minus 4x and minus 3x. Now see why I have written minus 4 before minus 3x, because first term is what? 12. Okay, we can get 12, we can get common factor from 12 and 4. If you write minus 3 also, then again then in that case also we'll get common factor from 12 and minus 3. No problem. Here I have written minus 4 before minus 3. Okay, now see, after splitting this middle term, we have written here minus 4x minus 3x plus 1. Okay, now from these two terms and last two terms, first two terms and last two terms, we will find out the common factor. Now, so see, in first term and second term, 4 is a common factor, and here you have x square and here you have x. So x also you can take out as common. Okay, now 4x is common in both the terms, so you will take out 4 as a common factor. Then here remaining will be 4 into 3 is 12, so 3 is remaining here, and out of x square you have taken out x, so remaining will be x, as plus 4x you have taken out. From minus 4x plus 4x you have taken out, no? So remaining will be minus 1, because minus 1 into plus 4x is minus 1. Okay, so from these two terms we have taken out 4x common, and remaining is 3x minus 1. Now this 3x minus 1 should be remaining from second two terms also, or last two terms also. Okay, now see, 3x plus 1 we have, and we have to make it 3x minus 1. So if we take out minus 1 from minus 3x, minus 3x is product of minus 1 into 3x. So if you are taking out minus 1 as a common factor, then remaining will be 3x, and plus 1 is product of minus 1 into minus 1. So if from plus 1 you are taking out minus 1 common, then remaining is minus 1. Okay, so 4x into 3x minus 1 is a separate term, and minus 1 into 3x minus 1 is a separate term. Again, this 3x minus 1 is common. So this 3x minus 1 you will take out as a common factor. This is the common factor. Now remaining is 4x minus 1. So 4x minus 1 is a factor of this polynomial, and 3x minus 1 is also a factor of this polynomial. Okay, hence 4x minus 1 and 3x minus 1 are the factors of px. This was the method of splitting the middle term for factorization of a quadratic polynomial. Now again, if you see the same question number 4, factorize fourth bit. Fourth bit is 3x square minus x minus 1. Here again this polynomial is in standard form. Okay, highest power is the first term, then variable to the power 1 is second term, and constant term is the last term, means no variable is constant term. Okay, assume px is equals to 3x square minus x minus 4. This is the polynomial, and you have to split this middle term. Middle term is what? Minus x. Minus x you have to split this minus x as factor of product of coefficient of first term and last term. First coefficient of first term is 3 and last term is minus 4. So 3 into minus 4 is what? Minus 12. 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. Now we will see for the factors of minus 12. Okay, what will be the factors of minus 12? Minus 3 into minus 4 means when 3 is negative and 4 is positive, product is minus 12. When 4 is negative and 3 is positive, minus 4 into 3 is also again 12, minus 12. Now minus 2 into 6 is also minus 12, minus 6 into 2 is minus 12, minus 1 into 2 is minus 12, and minus 12 into 1 is minus 12. So these all are the possible factors of product of coefficient of first term and last term, which is minus 12. Okay, now out of these factors of minus 12, we have to pick such a factor, or we have to choose for such a factor whose sum or difference is equals to minus 1. Coefficient of x is minus 1. Okay, so here you see, is their sum is minus 1? No. Or their difference is minus 1? No. And here their sum or difference is equals to minus 1? No, not possible. And for these two factors also, their sum difference is not equal to minus 1. Here minus 3 plus 1, sorry, minus 3 plus 4 is plus 1, or minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7. So this is also not applicable for this. C, difference of, or sum of, you can say sum of minus 4 and plus 3 is minus 1. Their difference means minus 4 minus 3 will also again give minus 7. So minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1, because 4 is greater and it has sign negative. So minus 1. So which factor will pick? We'll pick minus 4 and plus 3. Now to split the middle term, how we will write? As coefficient was minus 1, no, and variable is x. So we have to write variable also after splitting. So 3x square as it is now, plus 3x we will write before minus 4x. Why? Because first term is having a coefficient 3 and this term is plus 3x. So 3 we can take out as a common factor. So we'll write plus 3 here, plus 3x before minus 4x. Okay, so 3x square plus 3x minus 4x minus 4. Okay, now out of the first two terms and the last two terms, we will take out the common factors, whichever you have. Okay, now in first term and second term, here 3 is common, so 3 you have taken out. Here x square and x, so x is also there in both the terms, so 3x is common. Here if you take out 3x from the first term and second term, then here remaining will be x, and 3x you have taken out common, so here remaining will be plus 1. Means plus 3x is what? Plus 3x is product of 1 and 3x. So remaining is 1 here. Now out of the last two terms you have to take out common factor. What is common? See, in this third term and fourth term, in both the terms minus 4 is common. So if you take out minus 4 as a common factor, remaining will be plus x and plus 1. Why? Minus 4x is product of minus 4 into plus x, and minus 4 is product of minus 4 and plus 1. So here remaining is plus 1. Okay, from these two terms you have taken out minus 4 as a common, and in bracket remaining is x plus 1. Okay, now see, this is the separate term and this is the separate term. 3x into x plus 1 is separate term, and 4 into x plus 1 is a separate term. So in both the separate terms, x plus 1 and x plus 1 is common. So write x plus 1 as a common factor. Now remaining will be 3x minus 4. Okay, so px is equals to what? 3x minus 4 into x plus 1. Okay, so 3x minus 4 into x plus 1 are the factors of px. Okay, these are the two factors of px. Means if you multiply these two factors of the polynomial, you will get 3x square minus x minus 4. So this was the method of factorization using splitting the middle term. And one more thing you note down, that factorization using splitting the middle term is only applicable when you have a quadratic polynomial. Okay, for cubic polynomial you have to first apply factor theorem, then you have to after applying factor theorem, then in second step then you divide it, and at last you have to find the factor of quadratic polynomial. Or one more method is there which is given in the example number 15, that also I will explain. Okay, so this was the factorization of quadratic polynomial. Thank you.